ISC West 2026. So happy to be joined by Chiang of Rhombus.
Hi, Rodney.
Hello. Cloud and connected security are really big things at the show this year. I'd like to start with integrators. What are you seeing them struggle most with when it comes to cloud-managed platforms, and how is Rhombus helping them climb that mountain?
So I would say there's two primary things that we're seeing. One is the complexity of deployments. So when think about the deployment piece of installation, going on site, we're going from a traditional plugging cameras into an NVR, having to hook them up to a switch, and then getting all the additional equipment to store the video, and all the complexity that goes into a deployment of a physical security solution. And so for us, we're removing that complexity, both from the actual installation piece, where it's a PoE, goes into Cat5, Cat6 cable, and then the second piece being the actual getting the cameras connected, and how do you get visibility. So we have an automated pre-registration. So once they get connected, they get connectivity, you see them all turn on online. And so they can be in separate locations, but once the integrator gets the cameras connected, then they all turn on. So removing that complexity from the deployment process. And then the second piece is bringing in everything into a single platform. So no longer having to find a specific software solution for LPR, a different software solution for facial recognition, but it's all getting integrated into the camera and the camera platform solution.
Okay, excellent. So security leaders are under pressure to show clear ROI from their technology investments. When evaluating cloud-based security platforms, what should organizations focus on, to ensure long-term value?
Executives don't have time. So what's going to grab the attention is time, money. So how are we saving time is think about how much time someone in the organization is reviewing actual footage, right? So we're going from anywhere from 30 minutes to hours to find a specific situation that's happened. That can be condensed to a matter of seconds, minutes, or even seconds, right? That's how we're looking at the ROI from the time perspective. From the money perspective, how can you achieve operational excellence in your business? And so what is the type of insights you can be gathering from a video surveillance platform, and how can you leverage that to improve your business? So one example I want to give is we have you could have a retail situation where you're trying to know what the traffic is and how to position your products during peak hours, right? So now, not only do you have a surveillance platform that's helping you catch or have recording of footage, but you're also leveraging that footage to say, how can I make the best investment in my business due to the data and analytics that I'm getting from my video? So in that way, executives are looking not only at the security portion, but how do I leverage that information to improve my business and the investments I'm making into my business.
So today's systems are building a lot of protection. They're also providing operational insight and business intelligence. How are cloud platforms and analytics helping organizations get more value from their security data? And what role is Rhombus playing in that?
I just answered that, Rodney. No, but I would say this really highlights where Rhombus is trying to provide more proactive insights to a customer. So going back to this idea of operational excellence, physical security is now going a step further in saying we're not just providing surveillance in a reactive way, but how do we leverage everything the cameras and the access control and sensors are viewing to give real-time insights into the business or the organization. And so that's how cloud platforms are integrating things like AI, and because we are a cloud solution, it's we're offering so much more flexibility and speed to integrating technology like AI. So one example I can give with AI to make it a little bit more concrete is, in the past, Rhombus would get requests saying, how can we track the number of products that are coming out on our product line, right? And we internally would have to say, okay, how do we build a very specific feature to track this? We have to now go and say, what is this product? How can we replicate this? Now with AI and natural language, one of our clients can go into the platform and just use plain English and say, this is what I'm interested in, this is what I want to track. So the client's options have now grown, right? And the type of clients we can service. It's not just limited to a specific vertical, but we can leverage AI and that technology to say, I want this specific insight and analytic into my business. Use plain English to type that in, and then Rhombus can capture that and then either proactively alert someone or show reports on how that specific event is showing up in their business, right? So now you have data to back up business decisions from there.
Okay. Maybe another redundant question?
No.
But I love hearing about use cases.
Yeah.
So Rhombus, you're billing it as a one-stop shop.
Yep.
Give me another sense of how you're meeting the end users, security needs, again, business intelligence and stuff like that. Just give me a general use case scenario.
The biggest problem right now is the complexity, right? So there's so many different solutions that a client can be integrating into their physical security infrastructure and world. And so Rhombus as a platform and being this one-stop shop, you can leverage Rhombus products or go outside of Rhombus products, integrate that into the platform. So one big example is Rhombus offers cameras, sensors, access control, and alarm monitoring. Now, we offer these products, and a client can see all of that from they can log into their account and see all of this at once, right? So they're no longer having to go into different softwares or having to physically go on site to the different locations to get that information. So from the Rhombus perspective, that's the platform itself, but we also bring in, from the integration side, you can integrate third-party cameras, bring in that video to the platform so that if a client, it doesn't matter if a client has Rhombus cameras or third-party cameras, they're still getting all of that footage from that single account, and they can get the AI and analytics from it as well. So if they're interested in tracking vehicles on a parking lot, when is the parking lot most full, they can be getting that information, whether that's with Rhombus products or third-party products. And so that serves across, hardware or software. Like if they want to be backing up their video footage, they can integrate with a Microsoft SharePoint and have that footage backed up in the cloud for them, right? So that's another enterprise example. Yeah.
So wrapping it all up in a big bow, give me the one big takeaway that you guys really want the attendees here at ISC West to hear about Rhombus.
Yeah, I would say what the biggest takeaway I want to highlight is Rhombus is about the performance, platform, and the people. So from a performance aspect, you're not going to find another cloud vendor that's going to offer you the type of clarity, latency of video as Rhombus. So being able to see that video in real time is really important to clients. From the platform perspective, being able to see your whole physical security infrastructure from a single pane of glass. So whether that's Rhombus products or third-party products, get that data from our platform. And then the people. So we just want our partners and end users to be successful, get value from our platform, and be delighted from what we have to offer.
Karen Chiang with Rhombus, thanks so much.
Thanks, Rodney.